Hello and welcome to Sport Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We'll be looking at some stories on the show this evening, and we'll start with Nigerian stories, and then we'll look at some league fixtures for tonight in Europe, and also we'll look at the NBA result. We'll look at those games that were played in the NBA, and maybe one or two transfers on the show. But let's begin from the Nigerian National League, the most important league in Nigeria. It is called because that is where teams are being promoted to the elite division in Nigerian Premier Football, as in Nigerian Club Football League. That is NPFL, that is Nigeria Premier Football League. NNL produces teams that plays in the NPFL, and coming in from the NNL, the news is this evening is that the league organizers to adjust draw for new season in Ekene, according to the chairman, that is Dr. Ayo Abraman of NNL. He's saying that yes, why there's going to be adjustment in the draws for the new season is to enable teams who are in the same region to at least to play themselves, so that you don't do those long travels. We know what the situation is in the country, and that is why we'll be having teams playing themselves in the same region. So I think it's a welcome development from the NLN, having teams who are from the same region playing each other. So it's a welcome development from the NNL, but from the that's the story from the NNL secretariat, that teams who are from the same region, to avoid long travels, we have to play themselves. The statement made available by the organizers of the league. The statement reads that the NNL board noted to as they opted to rejig the draw following the complaints raised by some clubs after the annual general meeting held last month in Bauchi. So, according to the chief operating officer, I beg your pardon, Dr. Ayo Abraman, said this has become inevitable to allow. We have 36 clubs to play and travel close to where they are based. So, we have 4 conferences in the league. We have 4 conferences in the league, and they will be playing games. At least they don't have to go longer distance to play themselves. The draw will be held in Ikene. That's come on Tuesday, October 29th. That is when the draws will be held, and it will be witnessed by the coaches. We have 36 clubs, and then the media officers of the 36 club will be there for the draw. So it's going to take a 3-day capacity building workshop also has been put in place for that particular event. The draws from the 28th to 30th. The workshop and what have you will start 28th. The draws will be 29th, that's Tuesday, and every for the whole event in Ikene will climax on the 30th of October. So we are expecting the new season for NNL to be up and running after the draws. Then the season will open in November. So everything will start in November for NNL, the most important league in Nigeria. I don't know if Shofidia Samuel is ready to join up on the show this evening while we look at this and other stories on the show. But for the NNL, I think they are trying to get it right, because when teams doesn't get it right at that particular level, at the NNL level, when they play in the elite division, that is the NPFL, the senior league, they can't really match up. We've seen. Okay, we have Samuel Shofidia Olamide joining us on the show this evening. Samuel, welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm really happy to meet you.
Okay, let's look at the NNL, that is Nigeria National League, the second tier league in Nigeria, saying that yes, just to accommodate, we have 36 clubs, to avoid longer travels. We know the situation of the country. The chief operating officer, Dr. Ayo Abraman, after complaint from some of the club, now clubs will know, as in they are going to adjust the draw, that teams will not have to travel far to play themselves?
It's a very smart move from the NNL, Nigerian National League, because looking at the situation of the country, the economic situation, and even the security issues within Nigeria, I feel it's a very smart one to actually reduce the proximity of the teams that meet up to play each other. To go distant places that
Okay.
it
Hello,
to be a
Samuel, are you there?
very hard one for them, but it's a very smart one.
Okay, so it's very
Um,
smart one from the NNL, making sure that we have all this in place. Well, I think thumbs up to Dr. Ayo Abraman for having at least having listened to the complaints from some of the clubs. So 36 clubs will be participating in this season NNL. Unlike last season where we have 40, but this time around 36 will be playing, and we're going to see teams that will get promoted to the Nigerian Premier Football League. All right, let's leave that story and quickly go straight to CAF. This time around, we'll talk women's football. That's the CAF Women's Champions League. We know that Edo Queen is going to be representing the region and Nigeria at the CAF Women's Champions League, the third Nigerian team that will be playing in the CAF Women's Champions League in Morocco next month also. This time around, the captain of the side, Osak Bolo by name, targets victory for Edo Queens. I think Edo Queens are, but let me say, they are battle ready for the CAF Women's Champions League. Samuel.
the what she said actually, it's a very nice one for a captain to motivate her. Although looking at the group Nigeria, the Edo Queen falls in, where we have the Mamelodi Sundowns, and they are the reigning champions. They won the first and the third. It is the fourth one we are going into now. It's going to be a very tough one for us, but luckily for us, we are playing the actually Massa, the Egyptian Massa. It's a very nice one for us, and at that point, I feel Lady
Okay,
Ife.
I think it's quite commendable coming in from the captain of the side, that is Osak Bolo, who is encouraging her teammates so that they do well at the tournament in Morocco. Morocco will be hosting the CAF Women's Champions League. All right, let's leave the continent and still talking women's football, but this time around, let's look at the age grade national team, the Flamingos. Yes, they booked their place 100% qualification to the semi-final of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup ongoing in Dominican Republic. So they'll be coming up against the United States girls tomorrow in the quarter-final of the competition, having beaten the likes of Ecuador, New Zealand, and Dominican Republic, the host country in Group A, and they qualified with 9 points. But for the USA women, they came second in their group. Now it's going to be a repeat of what we saw in the last edition in India. Can we get it? Can we also at least can we continue our supremacy? Let me say supremacy, because this time around it's going to be the US want a revenge, but Nigeria will also want to hold their own. We did it before, we can still do it again.
I don't see any revenge for the United States against Nigerians. Our girls are quite technical and smart. They play beautiful football, I would be so fun. Because the first game, I wasn't expecting that much of dominance against New Zealand. And then we played the second game against Ecuador. I was probably expecting a 2-0 or probably a 2-1 against Ecuador. But the girls shows that they showed a very good dominance against Ecuador. Though we played a 1-0 against Dominican, the host, but it was keeping an 100% record against in the group stage was quite impressive. Now playing against USA, we won them last one in 2022. We can do it again. It's not new, and I don't see the United States posing any threat for us. We are going for it. Last time we came third, probably we'll get to the first or the second this time.
Okay, probably we will win it this time around. But for the USA ladies, if you look at it in general, the USA women has US have a very good football structure, mostly for their ladies. and they've been doing well. Their senior women's team have won the World Cup. They've won the Olympics. They've won the World Cup on not once, not twice, on at least numerous occasions. They've shown that yes, they are the team to beat when it comes to women's football. Having looking at all of this, coupled with that, and for our Nigerian ladies, like you said, technically, we have a good technical crew led by Coach Bankole Olowokere. But that cutting edge, do you think we'll have that cutting edge over these girls come tomorrow?
Well, if you look at the first game on this, but the likes of Chidi Amoni, Moshood, Shakirat, we are going to pose more threats than the USA will give to us. The senior team of the United States are the best. Yes, agreeable, they are the best. But this is the under 17. This is not the senior team. So probably when we get to the senior team, we would understand that, yeah, they are still better than us. But for the junior team, the highest they've ever gone to was in the first tournament, where they took, I think, second or third. Since then, we had a better record than them. So I think we're still going to hedge them tomorrow.
Okay, we are looking forward to that. We want our girls to win that game against the USA team. All right, let's leave that story and come to Europe. There are league games that have been lined up for tonight, and in one of those league games in the English Premier Football League, we're going to see Super Eagles players facing themselves tonight. All right, let's look at the games for tonight. Leicester City will welcome Nottingham Forest. We have in Leicester City Wilfred Ndidi. Kelechi used to be in that team, but now he plays for Sevilla in Spain. In Nottingham Forest, we have Olaina and Taiwo Awone. And then for Espanyol, Leicester, Nottingham Forest in the EPL. Espanyol against Sevilla, La Liga, Menzo 5 against Borussia Mönchengladbach in German, that is a German Bundesliga. Udinese against Cagliari. We will see our own Maduka Okoye game between the sticks for Udinese tonight. And then Torino, that is a former team for Laino, who now plays for Nottingham Forest, will be against Cesc Fabregas Como. That is in the Italian Serie A. We have two games in Italy, one in Germany, one in Spain, and one in England. So, Samuel, which of the game are you looking forward to? If we look at that of Leicester City against Nottingham Forest, it's going to be Super Eagles versus Super Eagles.
These are quite, I would like to put it, they are quite challenging than every other leagues to me, actually. And the Leicester games against the Nottingham Forest is another challenging game. We'll see, very interesting one, especially with the fact that Nottingham Forest have been posing as very big threats nowadays to other clubs. And Leicester, coming from the relegation, they've not done so well though, but they've been showing glimpse of beautiful football with the likes of what's the sports name again? Mavididi and even the whole Vardy that is even hold is still so clean. Expecting a very tough game though, but I still feel Nottingham should hedge Leicester. Though we don't have our Taiwo there, but Lino has been exceptional from the beginning of the season till this very time. He has been exceptional for Nottingham Forest. Indeed, he also has been good, but I still feel Nottingham would hedge Leicester. But it's going to be a very interesting game.
Okay, it's going to be a very interesting game tonight. For Sevilla against Espanyol, what are your thoughts? Kelechi Iheanacho has struggled in Sevilla. Unfortunately, Ejuke will not be there. He's out for 3 months after he suffered that injury against Barcelona, where they got hammered 5-0. So, but for Kelechi Iheanacho, he has struggled in Sevilla since he joined from Leicester City.
Because it's for him. And the last season, even with Leicester, it wasn't so probably it wasn't so exceptional. But I believe Kelechi still have a lot of things to offer if he's been given the chances. He has not actually started a lot of games for Sevilla this season. But now that Ejuke is injured, I see Kelechi probably coming in, not replacing him though, but coming in to show what he can actually give the team. Playing against Espanyol, Sevilla, though they lost against Barcelona, very everyone, but they are better than the way they started last season. So I still see Sevilla hedging Espanyol, probably a draw. But I don't see Sevilla losing the game.
Okay. All right, those are the games in the top. That's top four European leagues tonight in Europe. All right, staying in Europe now. Women's football. Let's quickly look at the fixtures for the UEFA Women's Championship qualifiers playoff first round. We have Slovakia against Wales, Georgia, Republic of Ireland, Greece, Belgium, Romania versus Poland, Slovenia, Austria, Hungary, Scotland, Croatia, Northern Ireland, Luxembourg against Sweden, and Belarus will play Czech Republic. So it is the UEFA Women's Championship qualifiers playoff first round games. So those games, some games are done and dusted, while some of the games are up and running as we speak. Definitely you'll get the result on our weekend sports show. All right, let's leave that quickly and talk NBA. This time around, we'll go straight to basketball. I say it is the biggest franchise in the world. That is the NBA. Now it is the regular season is back and we have games up and running. We saw where father and son, that is LeBron James and his son LeBron James, are starting for Lakers together. First time in the history of NBA having a father and son playing at the same time, the same season in one team. But this time around, the news this evening is Klay Thompson shining Dallas Mavericks debut. This man has been with San Antonio Spurs. He played last season. He played for the Golden State Warriors, where he spent 13 good years. But this season, at the beginning of this season, he decided to move away from the Golden State Warriors and join the Dallas Mavericks. And for his first game for Dallas, he scored 22 points in their win. They defeated San Antonio Spurs 120 to 109. So out of the 120 points, he scored 22 points for Klay Thompson. I think it's a good one, showing your new team what you can do. Quickly, Samuel, before we read out the full result.
This is one of the best debuts you would ever want to have. Coming into your debut and then having your 3-pointer records, scoring 22 points, even getting a lot of rebounds. Yeah, I think he had about 10 rebounds or 8 rebounds? Yes, he had about 8 rebounds in the game. It's a very impressive one for Klay Thompson. I feel he's more like a missing piece for it's more like a missing piece for Dallas Maverick, because they almost got they had the Western Conference Finals last one, and they almost won the NBA title, but they actually lost it. But this season, it's going to be a very tough one with the likes of Klay joining Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. It's going to be a very, very nice and impressive combination for the two of them, and probably they could get the NBA title. And I'm really happy for Klay Thompson with the debut win, the debut 3-pointer record he got. It's a very impressive one.
Okay, very impressive one. The full result is that Boston Celtics defeated Washington Wizards 122 to 102. San Antonio Spurs, the game we're looking at, lost to Dallas Mavericks. That is where we have Klay Thompson shining like a million stars in that game, scoring 22 points. They defeated San Antonio Spurs 120 to 109, and Minnesota Timberwolves defeated Sacramento Kings 117 to 115. That was a close game, just 2 points that Minnesota used in winning that game. Just 2 points, 117, 115. And then Oklahoma City Thunder defeated Denver Nuggets 102 to 87 points. Those were the games played in the NBA for today, early as of this morning. For Klay Thompson, congratulations and thumbs up. I think the Dallas Mavericks welcome this kind of, let me say, a 5-star performance. If he can be turning out this kind of 5-star performance, definitely they will just do well at the end of the season. All right, before we go on the show, quickly, let's take this tennis story. Butler through to Pan Pacific Open semi-finals in Tokyo. For Butler, she won that game 6-2, 6-1 against Andreescu, that is Bianca Andreescu, to reach the last 4 of the Pan Pacific Open in Tokyo. So it's a good one for her, and she will be playing against American wildcard Sofia Kenin in the semi-final. The Russian defeated third seed Daria Kastakina 6-3, 6-4 in the quarterfinals to book a place with Butler in the semi-final. All right, that is where we'll be leaving it this evening on Sports Update. Thanks, Samuel, for joining up on the show. It's a good one having you debut on Sports Update.
Thank you very much, also. I'm also happy to be here.
Okay, that is it on the program. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.